below. It doesn't bump you up because today is all about people who don't have the money to be able to afford to get a question regularly mostly. And so I go in order of whatever the questions come up, and sometimes I don't make it all the way through the list, but I do this the first week of every month. So if you miss it this time, you can come back next time, or on every Thursday, I have $10 a question, or you can find my prices for personals in the reading or in the description box below as well. So right now, collectively, there is definitely a lot of abundance coming in, and it may be taking a very strange form. Some of the ways that abundance is coming in right now may be very triggering of past events that have happened, and you may be being tested for your commitment towards staying in a peaceful, solid, stable, grounded space. In your commitment in your faith may be being tested right now. Your commitment in belief in your own skills or powers and not running or chasing is definitely one of those things as well. Feeling like you are worthy and reminding yourself of that daily is going to be very helpful at this time. There's definitely going to be a lot of new abundance coming in collectively, though. The kind of abundance that you've never really known or had in your life, whatever that may be. For some of you, that could be money. For some of you, that could be love. For some of you, that could be finding random things on the ground that helps you out in some sort of way. But there's a lot of abundance coming in collectively right now for anyone looking for it. We're going to grab an extra message for the collective while we're waiting on people. Your bubbly energy is so amazing and pure. You are loved by so many. You may feel like you are hated by many too, but under hate is love in ourselves and others. Focus on the love and remember that all of us have felt hate, pain, fear, hurt, and every other emotion at some point. Never put up with abuse, but always focus on love. Tough love is love too. It hurts less in the long run, both sides. On both sides. If you don't want others to become what they hate, then don't allow them to hurt you while being honest about how what they do makes you feel. This reminds me of, I almost told this story last night. I need to remember it for later today. My ex actually put his hands on me twice, and he didn't actually hit me, but he put his hands on me twice. The second time he laid his hands on me, he blacked out, and I could see it in his eyes. He was holding me right next to his face, getting ready to hit me. Hi, Sanch. And I looked him dead in the eyes, and I shoved myself back away from him, and I told him, if you ever lay your hands on me again, you will never see me again. Period. Bottom line. And then I walked away. And I not only did that for myself that day, I did that for him. Because I know he doesn't want to be that monster any more than I want to see him as that monster. And really, your boundaries, the way that you put stuff down, it really does affect things. He never did lay another hand on me. I lived with him for 2 years after that. I'm going to finish this collective message really quick, and then I will answer your question too. Sometimes people need different things. Look at what you are needing. Are there others around you that are morphing to fit your needs, or do you do that? To some, this is empathic. To some, it comes off as enabling. To some, it comes off as narcissistic or codependent. They say that higher levels of seeking validation from outside of yourself and trying to fill that need to get the attention in return is correlated to higher levels of narcissism. Stop yourself and others from being everything that others need all the time. Sometimes it's good, but too much of anything isn't good. So remembering, once again, to set your boundaries in a healthy way. Thank you for understanding, sweetheart. And being able to be honest about who you are, what you need, what you want, what you expect, how you feel about things. All of those things are very important when it comes to creating a solid foundation with anyone in your life. And if you happen to lose that person by being honest, then that's okay, because as one door closes, another door will open. And the more honest you are, the more likely you are to find people that are resonating in the same space as you are and wanting the same things in their life, wanting to have that growth mindset and that forward movement mindset, and not the ones that are looking to stay stuck, stagnant, and lost in misery, because that's not where we want to be at. So, for your question, Sanch, what is coming towards you in the next 2 days? some extra patience and positivity, the ability to be able to navigate through any kind of codependencies you've had in the past, being able to do that with peace. You're really going to start to notice how all the extremes in your life have added up to this newfound peace that you have in turbulent times as well. Squirrel, always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all that you need. So in the next couple days, you may face some hardships that are familiar to you. And you're definitely going to be having to work your way through them in a different way than you have in the past. All your hard work and all the things that you have done to be able to study and increase your knowledge and wisdom in these areas of your life is going to be something that you notice very much over the next couple days, because you're going to be amazed and blown away by how well you handle some of the situations that would have tore you down, chewed you up, and spit you out in the past. And they aren't doing that to you now because of all your hard work, and also because you had to go through those things in the past, and it adds to the person that you are today. Let's see what else is said. You may even be dealing with somebody that is extremely rude in their words towards you, or cruel in some sort of way. Hi, Firefly 123. Storm clouds are brewing. A test is coming. That's pretty much what I was saying. Have you learned to dance in the rain yet? There's no time like the present. Your attitude is what you make it. You can't control what happens outside of yourself, only how you respond. And that's kind of what temperance is about. Deal with your emotions and try to focus on the good thing. The stars in the night sky that remind you the light is not gone. Hope is found within you. I was told by somebody the other night who's fairly spiritual like myself and who reads palms that I have a lot of hope. That's about all I have, but I have a lot of hope. It's amazing what kind of fucking mountains hope and faith can move in your life, because I'm watching them move around me all day, every day. And it's because of that hope and faith. And really, that is pretty much all I've had left the last couple years. That's what I've been living on. And you right now may be living on a little bit of that yourself and are being tested towards your commitment to it. So that is what I have for you, Sanch. Through my view, your daughter is appearing for GRE exam this month. Will she be able to get a good score to help her get a good admission into a good university? I don't generally do a whole lot of yes or no questions, but we can feel the energy and ask. She's going to do much better on this exam if she isn't worried about it. So try to take her to do something fun that she really enjoys doing, that brings her a lot of peace. She's definitely going to be making decisions for her future that are going to bring a lot of peace as well, peace of mind to you and to her. She's working on a lot right now, taking care of lots of different things, and she's got a big smile on her face and acting like everything is perfectly fine. She's probably feeling very balanced, honestly. But it would be a good idea to make sure to take her to do something that brings her extra peace around this time, extra enjoyment, extra fun, because anytime you bring that into the equation, you always perform better in your daily life. Make sure that she gets a good night's sleep the night before and that she eats healthy, and she's going to do just fine because she has spent a lot of time studying for this, and she's really prepared for it. Now all she really needs is that little bit of fun and that little bit of peace so that she isn't feeling like it's so overwhelming. Good morning, Maple 7. You're welcome, Sanch. Firefly 123. Ending a toxic cycle with your ex. How do you best do this so he responds well to it? Well, you could definitely not control how anybody reacts to things, but you can do it in more of an adult way. And one of the best ways that I feel like there is to do it is to explain to them that, we are miserable together. We are very toxic to each other. We are hurting each other continuously. And I feel like it's probably best if we decide to take some space away from each other and some time away from each other so that we are not hurting each other more than we already have. And really just let him know that, it's not that you don't love him and it's not that he doesn't love you, but you guys, your demons are out right now and they're not playing well together. So it is definitely a good thing for you guys to be able to go your separate ways at this time. It may feel very hectic, chaotic. There might be a lot going on, definitely a lot going on. You may have a lot of clatter in your thoughts going on about exactly how to best address this. If you just take a little while to sit and find some peace in a quiet space, it will definitely help you to find those answers inside of yourself as well to what exactly needs to be said. But going about it in that manner that it's not your fault, I don't blame you. It's not my fault, I don't blame me. We just are not doing good together right now. And it's a good idea to separate ourselves from each other before we end up hurting each other more than we already have. You're definitely going to have a very inspiring idea on how to handle this when it comes to exactly what to say by taking some of that time to yourself. Also, I feel like it would be a good idea for you to get out and have some fun, to enjoy some time with friends as well. But know that you are very emotionally fulfilled in and of yourself on your own. You don't need anything from the outside to make you whole. And that includes his good response to this. He may not respond to it well, and that's okay, because sometimes when people are upset or hurt and in pain, they respond in not so good ways. At the same time, you guys are both doing that right now, so ending that toxic cycle is a good idea because it stops it in its tracks, even if there's one more explosion before it does. The only thing that actually changes anything in this world is confrontation and conflict. Everybody really hates conflict. They really don't want to be a part of conflict. They don't want to cause conflict. They don't want to be, the bearer of that. But that's the only thing that ever really changes anything in this world. Moose, wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So not only do you have your own knowledge, wisdom, and experience to go off of, speak to your ancestors and ask them to be with you. Ask them to provide you strength. Ask them to provide you with wisdom from the lessons they've already learned. And even if you want to think about it in a scientific way, evolution, think about how much every animal on this planet learns from their ancestors, what wisdom and knowledge that they gain, that they're born with, that came from the lessons that the previous ones have learned. Humans have the same thing inside of them. And so I feel like you're going to definitely handle this very well. Good morning, Chris Money. Tim Amin. Will you be in a relationship soon? And you're welcome. I am kind of surprised people still ask me those questions on here just because sometimes I feel like I'm very sharp and kind of mean when I respond to those ones. And it's not me, it's the messages being put out there. But, I'm not one of those ones that's going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to put it out there how it is. The burden you're feeling about not having someone in your life is definitely causing some of your hope to fade away. Also, you might be working a lot right now. You may not even have time or space to have a relationship in your life. One of the best things that you can do right now is to balance out your life and make sure that your work, your play, your friends, your family, that everything has time and space to have balance in your life. And bring that balance in, and then watch how quickly doors open to other things as well, because now you're having a bit of fun now and again. You're going out, how do you meet people if you don't go out? And right now you may be just work, home, and exhaustion in between, and worrying and contemplating and overthinking things in between as well. Peacock, vibrancy. You were born to shine and to inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. You may also have a really hard time going out and having fun when it comes to being single, because there may be a lot of people who end up getting jealous, or there may be just a lot of conflicts that arise around you all the time. And you may really miss being in a relationship. But know that you're going through this cycle for a reason too. And a lot of that is so that you can learn to stand in your confidence on your own, and so that you can learn not to take on other people's emotions or problems as your own, because that is not your problem that other people are having. It's a problem with themselves. So try not to take it too personally when people react or respond to you that way. Keep your hope alive, though, because there's a lot of joy coming into your life soon, a lot of fun. There may even be a lot of going out and getting to know people. And when you're so focused on wanting the relationship, you can also go into some extremely codependent situations because you want a relationship so bad that when it finally pops up and there's something similar to it sitting right in front of you, you'll do pretty much anything to keep it. And you end up putting your own needs, wants, desires, anything else underneath a rug for somebody else. And they end up doing the same thing to you as well, because you're drawing in that same energy to yourself as you are. And so it creates a very toxic environment. And instead, being at peace with where you're at and what you have going on allows you to be more firm in what you want to add into your life, because you're going to notice whether or not it's taking your peace or giving you more peace. And then you'll be more discerning in which situation to go into. So, you're welcome through my view. Thank you for being here today. In between questions, if anybody wants to be able to donate, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, Amazon wishlist all in the description box below. They actually have some really cool new tarot decks that have come out that are in relation to some of the shows I really like. That's pretty awesome. Catherine Jordan, will you be able to get a vehicle and have a home soon? Kathleen, not Catherine. You're really very anxious about this, I feel like. Very anxious about it. Maybe even coming up with like worst case scenarios in your head. May feel like the sky is falling a little bit right now in your life. Know that you're very fertile right now. You're very abundant right now. There are so many doors open to you right now. You could really go anywhere, do anything, be anyone. Where would you be right now if you wanted, if you could be there? What would you be doing? Where would you be going? Where would you be working? All of those kinds of things. Don't limit yourself with your possibilities. Expand your mind and believe that you really can have a lot of wishes come true around you at this time. You have a very strong gift and skill with manifesting. And manifesting isn't just something that, oh, instantly it happens. Really, there's a lot of hard work, time, faith, persistence, dedication, commitment, especially to positive thinking and non-limited beliefs. And belief in magic is definitely one of the things as well. It reminds me of Halloween Town when the grandmother's just like, if you want to know how to do magic, all you have to do is want something and then let yourself have it. And the little girl is the best one at doing magic because at this point, she still has a very open mind. As we get a bit older, sometimes our mind closes off to that and doesn't want to believe in anything that it does not have solid proof. So start to take those leaps without solid proof, and you'll realize that there's a lot more doors and opportunities open to you than you think there is. There is definitely something right in front of you waiting for you to take that leap, and you're going to be caught when you do because your own wings are going to catch you. Hadia Beg, ask your question. I get to them in order that they pop up on my comment feed. So right now there's still plenty of time left. I will probably get to yours fairly quickly. You're welcome, Firefly. Thank you for being here as well. Thank you, Chris Money. Some of my drawings I really love too, and then there's other ones that I'm like, eh. But then again, you know, that's what keeps you getting better at it too, is being your own worst critic, I guess. You're welcome, Tim. How does Shahab feel for you now after separation? So Hadia, how does Shab? I don't know how to say that. Feel for you now after separation. They need to put more of that in movies, because then I would probably be a little better with pronunciation in that area. For a long time, they were so upset because there was no black people in movies. Well, now there's other people to start adding in too. So let's see. How does he feel for you now after separation? Horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. Follow the winds of change. You know what's really funny? I was thinking about the winds of change this morning, because the wind is blowing quite a bit here this morning. It actually just picked up when I was in the middle of reading that, which is what reminded me of it. So be okay with following the winds of change and accomplishing your dreams. Bison, abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm throughout the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. This person is definitely feeling like you are a true individual. You are somebody who is not going to be tamed. You are somebody who's not going to be torn down or broken down. You are somebody who is going to keep going no matter what odds are stacked against you. They feel like you are definitely going to get the abundance that you are seeking for not being willing to settle for less than what you deserve. And he's definitely awakening to the beautiful freedom that you have within you. I feel like he seems to be missing that a little bit in his life. And I feel like he is maybe wanting to make some changes in his life to create abundance around him like he sees around you. Doesn't mean anything's going to happen between you both, but, you know, that's definitely a good thing for him to be able to see. Another life, another face, searching for another place. In the past, we might have known. From the coop, we might have flown. Now it's new from the start. Putting together is an art. Reaching back through time and space, patterns as intricate as the finest lace. Seeing truth in every look, confidence that was took. Lies before us now will flee. Truth is something all will see. So he's feeling like the truth is right in front of his face now. Like any of the little lies you might have told each other about what you were willing to put up with, or anything along those lines, is part of what destroyed everything. Everything just kind of added up. And also might be seeing things a little bit like breakup is kind of an art, but maybe putting things back together can be an art too. In the past, he might have ran away from this situation, but I feel like now he's feeling like this is something new that he's never really seen before, and like there's a possibility that maybe things can come back together. He may even be reminiscing on the past, wishing that he could change the past a little bit, so it may actually take a little while for him to get around to this. You've been very focused on yourself, your goals, and everything you're doing, though. Stay focused on that. Don't worry about him and what he's doing and whether or not he's coming back into your life. Stay focused on you and your goals and what you got going on. You made the choice to walk away from something that was not up to par with you, something that was not okay with you. And now it's his turn to either step up or step out. And if he doesn't ever step back in, then there will be somebody who does. Because of the simple fact that you refused to settle for less than what you wanted in life. Chris, money. Should you shop online dating or stop online dating and focus on money 100%? Focus on money 100% is never good, and it never really works. It actually, well, you know, sometimes it does work, but then you're stuck with all this money and no actual anything important in your life. I would say that online dating is not supposed to be your main concern right now. Of course, I'm a little biased about online dating anyway, but just to throw that out there. But get out there and make some intimate connections in your life. Have some fun. Go out. go out and sit at a restaurant alone. Be okay with just sitting there alone and eating, which really does kind of suck the first time you do it, but it becomes easier and easier each time. Say hi to the people who walk past you, or, the people who are looking at you weird. Say hi to them instead of worrying what everybody's thinking, or instead of feeling like, oh, I'm the only person in here alone, or anything like that. Focus on building yourself up, focus on balancing your life out. And you can focus on your money too. That's never a bad thing. But focusing on your money alone a lot of times does not necessarily do a whole lot of good. So you could have definitely dealt with, I decided to do some drawings for you since you were saying what you're saying earlier. You could definitely have dealt with, I feel like you're trying to have friends online. And every time it goes, it just all falls away. It's like we're not friends anymore. And that can be really hard to deal with, the not being friends anymore part of it. Leo. So definitely being able to look in the mirror and understand why you're doing things the way you're doing them, why it hurts you so deeply when these things don't come about, what you can change in your life to create more balance so that more balanced situations and circumstances can come in for you. Calypso. Yeah, you just ask a question and I'll get to it in the order it comes up on my screen. You're welcome, Kathleen. And suggestion, only post your comment once, because then it keeps coming up in the middle of everything else too. I will get to it when I get to it. Nikitha, thank you for the like, beautiful. Will Trigent Company recruit you before October? You're definitely somebody who's very rare and beautiful. You have a lot in the intelligence area. And you're also a very grounded person. I feel like anybody would really be lucky to have you on their team. I feel like you stand out very much, and you may not even know just how much you actually do stand out. This is definitely something that your heart is connected to very deeply. You may have a lot of emotions invested into this. You may be spending a lot of your time right now scared, worried, nervous, sleepless nights, constant thoughts swirling around in your head, really not sure of whether or not you have what it takes, or whether or not you have the skills, especially the mental skills. You may be trying to learn everything that you need to know and just really worried that if you don't know everything, that it's not going to work out right. It's time to drop that worry. Take a deep breath. Just really take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, allow all of your muscles to just relax, to become like jelly. Do that a couple times. Allow it all to just fall away. Stop worrying so damn much. Worrying is not going to help anything. It's just going to make things harder. It's going to make you more tired. It's going to make you more stressed. It's going to make you less likely to perform at the best of your capabilities. So focus on self-care right now. Cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. So, you are definitely somebody who is a leader. Assertiveness is going to be key. Confidence is going to be key. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to allow it to just all fall away and not care about whether or not you get it or not. Who cares? The doors that need to open will open. And try not to impulsively start filling in the gaps of silence with speech. Sit and chill like you have no cares in the world. Like your entire life is not riding on this, whether it is or not. Know that it's going to come out okay at the end. Hummingbird, miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. And see, when you're in that happy, joyful state, That's the energy that catches fire and is contagious all around you. If you're somebody like me, which I kind of feel like you are, then your energy fills up a room. It's very strong, it's very powerful, it's very magnetic, it's very just a great amount of energy. And so when you walk in a room and your head is held high and you're feeling good about yourself, that energy spreads. And when you're walking in a room and you're nervous and worried and anxious, that energy spreads. And that makes that meeting seem like it wasn't a very good meeting, because who likes to feel that way? Nobody. So the person you were talking to felt that way too, because you were feeling that way. But when you walk in there in a good mood, confident, well rested, feeling good, that energy is what is exuding off of you. And that energy is what the other people around you are picking up on. And so that's the energy that they're feeling while they're in that interview with you. And that's the energy that they remember when they go to decide who gets that job. Although sometimes you can do that a little too good. And then they're like, what are you doing here? Because you could be doing so much more. Yeah. And if that's the case, then, maybe you should be. Hi, Sunflower. You're welcome, Calypso. That's weird, Chris. I really thank you for anything that you do send, though. The Cash App info and the PayPal info and my Amazon wish list, all that stuff is in the description box below. So you can find that right down there. And thank you again. Theodora A. Hi. How does Akis feel about you? Fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. This person sees you with a lot of confidence. They definitely see you as somebody who embraces both your masculine and your feminine side, both your shadow and your light side. That you are somebody who is not hiding who you are because you're worried that others won't accept you. Somebody who is ready to go. Very energetic as well. Very energetic. Pronghorn, action. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. You are definitely in your masculine energy right now. This person sees you as very much in your masculine energy because you are acting on everything that you feel like you need to be acting on. You are not passively waiting around for other people to make moves or other things to happen. Instead, you are making everything happen in your life for you. 4 of Cups, 8 of Wands, the Tower. This person sees you as somebody who's very confident in the face of conflicts or destruction going on in your life, that you're very confident, stable, steady, that you're moving forward very quickly, and not really seeing a lot of the things that you have to be grateful for in your life that are present right now, because you're so focused on what could be coming in the future instead of what's here right now in the present moment. Sometimes when we get a little far into the masculine energy, we end up doing that, where we don't see what's right in front of us because we're striving for more and striving for more and striving for more. So remember to take a minute to appreciate what's sitting right in front of you. It could even be that you may not be appreciating this man in some sort of way as well, and what he may be doing in your life, or the ways that he has done things that have made things better for both of you, or something along those lines. And it might be because you're so focused on being able to do it yourself for you and not needing help, that you aren't even realizing the help that's coming in on a regular basis. And sometimes they get it wrong. So, might not be right, but it's a good time to look in the mirror and examine whether or not it is. This rough patch has been hard to go through. Know that you got this and it won't last forever. Soon things will turn around. Look around, and what do you see? Problems may be everywhere, but solutions are too, which is also a masculine energy. But when we're in an imbalanced form of masculine energy, it doesn't come out in the most positive ways sometimes. So is a lot to be grateful for. Water and fertilize your own lawn. Make it green. It's hard to do with so much going on, but it is so worth it too. The better you feel, the better you do. So do better for you so that you can feel better with the other things too. And that also requires a more feminine energy, being able to perform that self-care and that self-love, and being able to perform care and love acts for other people is a part of the feminine energy. You may actually be really in a non-emotional energy right now, doing things because you need to do things, doing things to be responsible, doing things to be able to get through the day, things like that, instead of doing things to take care of you so that you can do those things much better. And you'll be feeling better, and you'll be responding better, and you'll be just all around better once you're taking care of you. I'm glad you go out alone and that you enjoy it. That's definitely a good thing to be able to do, and you should be very proud of yourself, although I've been in both energies. I've been in the never going out by myself anywhere energy, and I can understand exactly why people would feel that way, and it's really hard to break out of it, but it's definitely worth it, being able to overcome all that social anxiety and just be yourself. Calypso. Is this woman a fraud? I'm about to pay her a lot of money to resolve an issue, and I'm not sure if she's capable or not. Thanks. So, let's see what the messages have to say. And you're welcome. Open your mind to the possibilities around you. I'm thinking that you need to be less judgmental and more open-minded. All you desire is in your power to create. You have all the skills and tools at your disposal. Trust in your abilities. You're a magician, and you know what's funny about magicians? They have a shadow side and a light side, and every single magician has both in them. You have both in you. You may be projecting some of your shadow sides onto this person because this person may have a lot of those same things in common with you. And you may not be fully believing in yours, but you also may not be, you may be very scared or nervous by people that resemble your gifts or the gifts of others you have known in the past, and what they can do with those gifts, because those gifts can be curses too. Drop your guard a bit. You might be surprised with what you find. Open your mind and your heart to receiving. You are smarter than you think, more beautiful than you know. It is time to spread your wings and to fly. Leave behind any doubt, so it's time to take that leap of faith. Know that you can do this. When one door closes, another opens. Amidst the stars, you will rise. And any doors that close or any situations that don't work out right, that's for your highest good as well, because that is you leaving it to the divine, surrendering and allowing them to sort out the bullshit and the drama and to remove the things that need to be removed from your life. Fox, clever. Elephant, greatness. Yeah, it's that intelligence. Some people see foxes as malicious, sneaky, tricksters. This deck sees foxes as clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. So, resources surround you right now. You have a lot to be grateful for. Some people can't even pay people to resolve a problem for them. They have to do it themselves. So be grateful that you have the ability to do that. And also be grateful for your ability to discern your instincts, your reflexes, and make sure that you're taking time to bring your mind to peace so that you can listen to the true answers. Ask those questions and the answers will come to you. And remember that sometimes when we are looking at ourselves in a bad light for some of the darker aspects of ourselves, that's what we're seeing when we're looking at other people that we are feeling are going to hurt us in some sort of way. Elephant, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone that you meet. You can overcome any problem, and you will naturally and easily achieve success. So no, I feel like this person is definitely not out to fraud you. I feel like she is the real deal at whatever it is that you're having her resolve for you. And I feel like there is definitely some root work that needs to be done so that you are not questioning people that have a similar energy to yourself. Keep everything on the up and up, and this person will too, just like you would. It's a good way of putting that. You're welcome, Chris. Hi, Ayushi. Maple 7. Encouragement and advice. I like that one. I really enjoy it when people are like, just let the universe tell me what it wants to tell me. Although if it wants to tell you something, it's going to do it either way. So even if you asked a different question, definitely can't control that. So we have Humpback Whale, singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power of your soul. Unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legend. You definitely have a very strong intuition and a lot of love inside of your heart. You definitely have a lot of spiritual gifts and abilities. And there is infinite possibilities in front of you. So many different directions that you could choose. You transform and you change at the speed of light. You are somebody very deep, beautiful. You are somebody that can make people feel a whole range of emotions when you come into contact with them because you're very deep. You definitely have a very strong intuition as well. And that intuition is a force to be reckoned with because it is something that will never lead you astray. What are you thinking? 1,000 miles away, always. Try living with it. So taking some time to find some peace and just finding a way to let your mind go for a couple hours is something that would be very beneficial for you. And, a lot of times I can do that naturally, but there is times in my life where I find it so much easier to be able to smoke a little green. And guess what? It helps so much. Although sometimes it puts me more into work mode because it starts generating thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. So it could go either way. A nice indica might actually be better for that. It's time to really live in the moment. To really live in the moment. To let go of any kind of expectations. Dreamtime Lover. The song that just popped in my mind is Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. So there could definitely be a lot of daydreaming or even dreaming at night about having a better love life or making a very strong love connection. There could definitely be something getting ready to come into your world in that way. Emotional explosion from repressed emotions. Wishes do come true. Something out of this world is coming your way. Something that is going to make you go, what? What is this? Because you've never even seen anything like it. It's like this person was dropped off from outer space. So somebody may end up having a explosion because of repressed emotions. And it's time to really see what are you repressing? What is hidden deep down in the recesses of your emotions that you are needing to express so you can let go of it? The other song that's coming to mind right now is A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In a dream you will lose your heartache. Whatever you wish for, you keep. So right now you might be preferring your dream world a little bit to the real world, and it might actually be time as well to Start to look around and face the things that are going on in your everyday life, and to know that you have the ability to move through these changes, that you have the ability to be able to really transform what's going on around you. Blessings are pouring in for all of your hard work. Let go of the outcome and allow things to unfold how they do. So that overthinking energy, that's what needs to go. All is working for you at all times, even the bad stuff. It leads you to where you are meant to go if you choose to follow. You are on your way up and out of the darkness. As you leave it behind in the past, you will start to notice how far you have really come, even without noticing it. Things are coming out now, and all will be revealed. So will the way that you have handled everything you've been going through. It's time for you to fully embrace that everything bad that has happened created you, and you are fucking amazing. You may not feel comfortable talking to your parents about certain aspects of yourself, but they already know. They love you and have possibly already defended your name on all of this to others. If you confided in someone, they may have talked and said something very biased or judgmental. Your parent may even feel at fault for their beliefs if it's a sibling. So, if there is something that you're worried about when it comes to other people's energy around you and how it may be a little bit off, and so you're unsure if you should mention whatever it is that you've been holding inside, it's time to mention it, and to know that there are more people behind you that support you than you realize. And honestly, if you've talked to somebody else about it in the past and they said some really mean, nasty things, this person may have talked to somebody else about it who turned their thoughts and feelings about it around. So if it's re-mentioned or brought up again, then this person may actually have something very different to say to you, and they may even apologize for their behavior in the past. So, Rapali Kana. When will you get a job? Time frame. If you can if you can expect end of August or early September. I don't deal in exact time frames like that. It's more of I read the energy, and the energy tells me if it's something that's going to be happening more quickly or more far away. Of course, when I say quickly, I'm a very impatient person. So when I say quickly, I mean like, is this coming in the next couple weeks? So we'll see if it's going to be something that's going to take a little bit, something that's going to take a long bit, or something that's going to take a little less time. Dolphin, play. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy your freedom. Enjoy the fact that you have so much more time to do things that you love doing right now, and do those things, because that's going to raise your vibration to the point of being able to attract in some really good things. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence, exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. Love comes easily. Healing comes easily. Everything unfolds naturally. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. I am strong. I am stable. I am amazing. My abundance is growing. My money is growing. People around me are honest. The lies are all exposed. Truth is seen. Love is felt. Hate falls away. Pain is receding. I don't care about judgments and opinions of others. The liars will be seen through. Energy vampires, projectors, manipulators get what's coming, and so do I. I deserve peace. I deserve success. I deserve a vacation free of the BS. I am open. I am vulnerable. I am awake. I am aware. I am courageous, diligent, responsible, reliable, fair, grounded, loyal, and authentic. I remove more masks, and I love each layer that I uncover. This energy spreads, and everyone around me starts doing this as well. Telling yourself these things every day is going to be very important for you. It's going to speed up the process. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you feel like everything is as it should be right now. And like, what's meant to happen will happen. It's going to allow you to surrender a bit more and to allow things to unfold in divine timing, which means that you can enjoy the journey that you're on while things are unfolding for you. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Knave of Cups. So, this is definitely something that's going to take a little while. It's going to take a little while, and you might even have to rely on others for help. The song that is coming to me right now is Lean on Me When You're Not Strong. Okay, I've lost that. It won't be long till I'm going to need somebody to lean on too. And who can help you with all of those things that you won't mention because of your pride? Who is going to help you if they don't even know that you have a problem? And if you have too much pride to be able to ask for help when you need it, then you create resentments towards others who ask for that help as well, conscious or unconscious. So, right now, you're going through a journey so that you can really lower your pride a little bit and so that you can learn how to ask for help when you need it. And so that you can learn from this experience to be much more generous when you have that help to offer to others as well. Even if you've always been a generous person, there may have been some sort of bias there that was causing issues and causing you to be miserable when you were giving. And so during this time period, you're going to get to see what it's like to be on the receiving end of that so that you can be a little bit more understanding of others who are as well. You also are going to be learning at this time period to love from a more childlike state and from a time period before the scars and the pains and the traumas have hurt you. The last couple of years, I went through a lot. The first winter I was living in my RV, I had no heat. And it was getting down to negative temperatures here. So, yeah, no heat, negative temperatures, ouch. And there was a lot of burning, just random things, and black soot, and my mom yelling at me because of black soot. And I'm like, what do you want me to do, Mom? This is what I got right now. This is what I'm living with. And going through all of that and being where I am right now has shown me that there are those people in this world who are just as generous and giving as I always have been. And they make a gigantic impact on this world even when they don't see it. It helps you to see that you're not alone, which I know is not what you want to hear, but that's what the honesty is. I gotta grab something really quick, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. So, in between messages, if anybody wants to be able to donate, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list in the description box below. And I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Through my view, how long will your mother's suffering continue? Because she's been suffering medically for the last year and a half, mother-in-law. I want to say not too long. And yeah, there will come a time soon where it ends. Guards are around you now. They are protecting you. Have faith and let go of control. What you need will come to you through prayers, faith, and letting go, knowing that you will be provided for. Sometimes want and need are two very different things. Make sure that you are grateful for receiving all that you need. Gratitude breeds abundance. So remembering that there's a difference between your wants and your needs, and also knowing that no matter how much we want something, sometimes it's not meant to be that way, is going to be something that's going to help you to be able to get through this. Woof, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and you help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Regardless of death, that love will extend. Regardless of what your mother-in-law is going through right now, that love is still there. Be there to be a comfort. Be there to be a friend. And be there as well to help her come to peace with where she's at. There's going to be a lot of challenges in the near future, but your soul is strong and you can handle it. The successes, they're going to be coming into you very quickly. The obstacles you're going to be overcoming and the way that you're going to be maneuvering may generate a little bit of bitterness or jealousy from other people. Other people may even feel like you're getting more time or attention or whatever the case may be. There might be a lot of conflicts or chaos or drama that happens surrounding this situation, and you are meant to be keeping everyone together and keeping everyone on a more positive note, and really being able to just let things go. I feel like this is definitely something that's going to be coming in at a very rapid way. Look inside of yourself for the answers. You may even be looking at you and what you've done or gone through and where you might be when it comes that time as well. This may actually be something that's triggering a lot for you too. It's time to really be peaceful, poised, calm, and confident, because all of that is going to change how things play out between the people that are involved in this situation. I hope that helped you. I was not expecting that to be what came out. Just want to take a second to thank my guides for the messages they're bringing forward. Hi, Rashima. Nice to see you. You're welcome, Theodora. Rashima, will Kenneth and you get back together? Did we ask this question once before? I think so. I want to say that you were told not to focus on it. Owl magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through the deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Dear love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and your grace. So, you have forgiven a lot. You have forgiven a lot in this situation, and you are waiting for someone who does not place you at a high enough level, a level that you deserve. You deserve to have someone in your life that sees the beauty that you are and feels magnetically drawn to it, who actually wants to put in the time, effort, and energy to make the changes necessary to make this work. And I really feel like you should not be waiting for this man at all, and that there is something better coming for you when you choose to close the door on it, when you choose to remove it from your options and say, this is not an option for me. And it's not because I'm not an option for them. It's because this option is not what I want. This option is not giving me what I deserve. This option is not making me feel peace. This option is not making me feel like I love myself and like I'm worthy and valuable. But maybe if I chuck out when you go fishing and you don't take home what you don't want to eat, it's the same thing when it comes to dating. You don't take home what you don't want, because if you take that home, then you do not have an open space for what you actually want to come in. And what you want to come in is something very different than what this man has been giving you. You have been betrayed. You have been hurt. It was a painful, awful, miserable ending in this situation. Feeling like you've been burned down and the ashes bagged, but it's time to come up out of this and to realize that regardless of what you've gone through here, this is not what you have to live. You don't have to live in this manner. At any time, you can choose to change it because you have the wisdom inside of yourself to do just that. Of course, the phoenix also does, rise from the ashes. But there is definitely somebody that is going to be coming in when you free yourself, that knows what they want and is ready to take the actions to go after it. This is going to be something that's going to actually make you feel very nervous, a little afraid, like you're going to be taking a leap of faith, like it's something new and you're not exactly how to handle it or exactly sure how to handle it or how to deal with it. But it's something that is going to be very exciting. It's going to bring you so much inspiration, so much passion, so much drive, so much motivation and ambition to change your life. You're really going to be feeling a little nervous or caught off guard, but you're going to be able to handle this very well. This was definitely not a situation where this person just did not want you in the same way that you wanted them. And that's not a bad thing about you. That's just that this person did not want to live up to what you needed in your life. And that means this person wasn't for you. But there could definitely be something so beautiful for you if you choose to know that, see that, and make room for it. Okay. Smargdenia. Smargdenia. How does he feel about Sia? Strong, capable, manifesting, a hard worker who works very hard with a smile on their face, somebody that doesn't complain too much, somebody that has been through a lot and is very stable in their emotions, somebody who's able to overcome things very effectively and efficiently, somebody who makes very great changes in their life. And at the same time, you can still walk away at any time. Let that thought sink in and bring you peace. That also means that they can choose that. Sometimes, as painful as it is, for both parties, that's what's best. Sometimes the demand just don't play right, or the demons just don't play right together, and sometimes they do. They could definitely feel, he could definitely feel like she's very demanding, willing to stand her ground, willing to express what she wants, willing to walk away when she's feeling like she's just not liking this situation, feeling like he could walk away, like he's not a prisoner to this situation, like everything would be okay if he did walk away. Feeling like a very interdependent connection is going on here instead of codependent. Everyone has things that they are good at. Everyone has ways in which they are intelligent, no matter the walk of life or the things that they have been through or made do with. When you walk into places you never thought that you would go and around people you never were around before, you gain new perspectives. It's actually reminding me a little bit of the situation I have going on right now because, there's somebody that I've been dealing with that's new in my life that has never really had any kind of hardship money-wise in their life, but they've had a lot of hardships in their life. And a lot of the hardships we've had are related to each other, but a lot of them that we've had are very different from each other, so we can gain new clarity and wisdom from each other on those hardships. So definitely feeling like they can learn a lot from each other. And like everyone has intelligence. So maybe this person's intelligence is very different from his own, but that's a good thing because they are able to learn from each other, grow from each other, and experience new things because of each other. Sorry about the pain. And I hope I helped you. Love is wanting somebody to be happy regardless of whether or not they are with you, regardless of whether or not you're their choice, regardless of whether or not they feel happy or miserable around you, wanting them to be happy, and vice versa. Self-love is wanting yourself to be happy, even if that means not making everyone else around you happy all the time. Chris Money. Last time I went out, a stranger paid for my dinner and drinks. It wasn't a cheap restaurant. She said she wished she had confidence like me. That was kind of her. Aw, that's pretty awesome, actually. Definitely very awesome. You know what? You should have told her that she could have confidence like you. It just takes some work. Takes some work and some time and a dedicated effort to be able to build in yourself that confidence and self-esteem, to be able to just be you. It takes being you and not worrying about what that's going to bring. You're welcome, Nikitha. You're welcome, Calypso. You know what? When it comes to seeing the future, you're always going to have both sides, both good and bad. You're always going to have both sides. But how you feel about the nasty things can be changed as well. All of those things that happen that are dark and despair filled and awful and horrible, they happen for a reason too. If it wasn't for those things, we wouldn't even be able to see, appreciate, feel, notice the good things in the world around us or be grateful for them. And all of those bad things that happen create great things. Kind of like we were talking about earlier, a lot of people are afraid to start conflicts. Conflicts create change. The 60s created some fucking massive shifts and changes in this country. If it wasn't for the 60s, we wouldn't be living the way that we are today. We would still be living 60 years ago. We would not have had those changes created, no matter how many atrocities and how many awful, horrible, painful experiences happened in that time frame. All of those things made an impact on this world and changed it for the better. When it comes to me being who I am, there's been a few people that you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. You could end up getting hurt. You could end up dying. You could end up doing this or that and blah. You know what? I'm doing what I feel drawn to do, and I'm doing what I feel like has a purpose and gives my life meaning. And if I die doing what I love and what gives my life purpose and meaning, awesome. I'd rather do that than die at 80 years old in pain and misery and an awful experience of I can't take care of myself while everybody else is taking care of me while I'm dying. And, you know, not saying that's such a bad thing. That's just one of my things. I don't necessarily want that. Somebody told me recently that I'm going to live a very long time, though. Ugh. Chris Money. I'm 34 years old. I enjoy being alone. Unfortunately, my father's only child and feels I'm my only child, or my father's only child. Feel like I need to give him grandchildren. You know what? Feel like you need to give him grandchildren all you like, but it's your life. And if you're not wanting children right now, you're not wanting children right now. Forcing them on yourself is only going to end up causing you to treat them in ways that you are going to regret later. So don't do anything that you aren't wanting to do. And that could also be why you're feeling so much pressure on your love life, but allow that pressure to just fall away. Even if your father dies before you have children, he'll still see your children. He'll still be there. He'll be a part of their lives, and I can almost guarantee it because it sounds like it's a very important thing to him. My dad actually asked me and my ex-husband if our first daughter was a boy, if we would consider giving him his last name, because he was the only boy in his family and he didn't have any boys to carry on the name, which I think was more his father's thing, but it was still somewhat his thing. You know what? I told him no, because my kids' last names were going to be my husband's last name, which, was my thing. But after he passed away, I was kind of like, well, that really, that was awful that I did that. In the way that I did that, I didn't even ask my husband. Fuck that shit. But I also knew that my dad would have looked at him in a lower way for doing that as well, for conceding to that, you know? And whether he knew that or not, my dad probably didn't even know that, but that was part of it. I also lately have been thinking about the fact that all my poems are under my married name, and I'm really considering just doing it by Danielle Calabrese from now on, because that gives his name a way to live on. You'll find other ways to be able to do things like that for your dad that make him feel good. Maple 7. Aw, thank you for the beautiful messages. You're very welcome. Elevation, activation. How does he feel about you? How does he feel about you? Feeling very at peace. Really going over past things and understanding them in a different way now. Feels like you take care of yourself. Prayer, meditation, your spirituality, things like that are very important to you. Feels like you celebrate everyday life and that you have a very firm, stable foundation when it comes to your passions and what you want in life. Feeling like this would definitely be a good situation to take to the next level. Feeling like you allow him to be free and you also claim your own freedom as well. Maybe even feeling like he wants to move in with you, wanting to take this to the next level, wanting to have you be a part of his life for sure. Definitely feeling very positive about this and feeling like you guys have a very strong foundation to be able to build on. Maybe you guys have a lot of commonalities when it comes to things that you're intelligent with or things that you find to be interesting as well. Surviving is not thriving. How are you in survival mode? Leave it. Take a leap and reap the rewards. Surrender where it's going or why. Surrender the need for it to happen now. Surrender the need to know. Throw the game to get the win. When you are so focused on winning and losing, you don't enjoy the journey. Learn how to enjoy right now. Live more in the present moment, while working slowly and steadily for later rewards with patience and faith. You got to give to get. Surrender and watch others do the same. So, definitely feeling like they want something more. But there is somewhat of a block here with being too focused on it and not just allowing things to unfold how they need to unfold, while at the same time a very strong freedom feeling in this situation. Hi, Cheryl. You're welcome through my view. You're welcome, Rashima. Success and victory definitely coming forward. Elise Laflame. Should you move out of state to Alabama or find a new home where you currently live? Are you feeling stuck and stagnant? If you're feeling stuck and stagnant, it is definitely time to make a change. It's up to you what change that is. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of drama going on around you, a lot of arguments, a lot of fights, a lot of worries about what you should be doing to make others happy. It's time to let go of that. It's time to leave behind situations, even if there's a lot of emotional attachment to it, that disturbs your peace and causes conflict inside of yourself, that causes you not to be working towards the life that you want to create for yourself. You definitely have the ability to be able to step into that provider, that protector, that making a life for yourself energy, but it's going to require you to separate yourself from some of the energies that maybe you were dependent on in the past, and so that there's not so much conflict of you breaking free of that dependence. That doesn't mean that you have to end your relationships with them or anything like that, but there does need to be that distance in whatever way it's created, whether that means moving somewhere else or just energetically creating that distance and not being around them as much while you're working on what you're working on. If I chase, is that going to make you run, or will you chase a bit too? Wait, if you chased a bit, would it make me run, or would I return it? Time to take a step away from fear. Let the chips fall where they may. You know what's a good bet. Now place it. So it's time to take a bet or take a risk, take a chance to make a change in your life. And you know what is a good chance for you to take, what's a good risk for you to take. And if there is somebody that you are playing runner chaser with a little bit, don't run away. Step up. See how they react to that. And it may change how you're feeling about what you need to do in your life to make a change too. I know it can definitely make you nervous. It can trigger a lot of your past stuff too. Ah, I've gone through a lot of that the last couple of years, but it's different right now. Mo, what is next for you? Coyote, the revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make some time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Coyotes are somewhat similar to wolves, although they are a lot more playful. They're a lot more, they take it easy a lot more. We'll put it that way. It's time to really let some things go and to allow them to just be what they are. And you're really going to be finding some new experiences, enjoying some new experiences, some new people, maybe even some new situations that are really going to be bringing you out of your comfort zone a little bit. And you're being asked to just enjoy them. Dragonfly, magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. So you're going to be feeling very blessed in the next chapter of your life. There could actually be some reconciliations going on with some of the people that you've had problems with in the past. There's a lot of changes going on inside of yourself, which is changing your outside world as well right now. Let's see what else. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Nine of Wands. There could definitely be a message of love coming in from somebody who's been thinking about you a lot. You've been on their mind a lot. That doesn't necessarily mean romantically, but that could be why there is a triggering for healing of past situations, is because people are wanting to reach out and let you know how they're feeling, something along those lines. You're going to be feeling more safe and more comfortable in wearing your heart on your sleeve as well. After everything that you've been through, hope has been the only thing that's really been guiding you and pulling you along, and you are going to be stepping up into that light that has been at the end of the tunnel for a very long time. And a lot of it's because you're finally choosing to release the baggage that you've been carrying around with you. Thank you for choosing your higher self. I appreciate it. Even if you were tested, you passed any tests that you may have had to face in this case. There's many that both of us haven't passed, but that part is where there's many things that both of us have done in the past, but that is where we learned. It's the reason why we found ourselves and what drove us the whole way. You are a fucking diamond, just as I am. So there is definitely some other people that were in their coal state while you were in your coal state that you could have had some issues with or problems with or things like that, and both of you have worked hard to be able to bring out that shine inside of yourself again and to be feeling good, and you may be coming back together to reconcile the differences you once had with each other. Benita, does Christopher think about you? I know a Benita. I really hope that she's doing okay. She was recently arrested again. She has a very good habit of self-sabotaging when anything is going good in her life, and that's hard to deal with. Dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. So right now you're really being drawn towards finding that leader inside of yourself and leading the way. Loon, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition, as you have a way of knowing what no one else knows. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and you are loved. And you know what I love about intuition being on this card? Animals have such a strong, high intuition, and people never question that. We're like, yep, animals know everything. We are animals, guys. We're animals. Why is it so crazy to think that humans have a strong intuition too? Or strong instincts or reflexes. But then again, a lot of people think that humans are above animals. What's really funny is they place them below animals in certain ways in doing that. That's where that dark side, that shadow side can kind of screw things up. Hangman and the Hermit. I definitely feel like during this pause, this person might have random occasional thoughts about you and things like that. But right now, they're really looking inside themselves. They're taking care of themselves. They're taking some time away to reflect. They're taking some time away to learn, to grow. And I feel like right now, this is what you need to be doing during this silent time too. And during this pause is improving yourself, taking care of yourself, looking at the ways that you can learn from everything that you've gone through and how you can change things going forward, because that's what's going to make the best situation possible when you guys do see each other again, is that both of you have been working on yourselves and not worried about the other person. So, Chris Money, Angel Baby. Aw, that is so sad. I'm sorry for your loss. That is a very painful one to deal with. My younger sister, my mom actually, she had 3 miscarriages and 1 abortion and still managed to have 5 kids. My younger sister ended up with, I think, 3 miscarriages as well. And I was so sad when she had that first one. I was so hurt for her. My heart was breaking for her when I talked to her about it. And my mother-in-law was like, I just don't understand why you're so upset about this. It's not like it's your own baby. The fuck is wrong with you? She's my sister. I love her and she's hurting, so I hurt. It's called having empathy. Oh, yeah, I forgot you're a narcissist. It's hard to have empathy when you're a narcissist. Anyway, that is so sad. And really, I wish you a lot of peace. I'm going to share a picture of a painting I made earlier because you know what? It just popped in my mind and I feel like you'd find a lot of peace in that painting. Hi, Solo Dolo. What is blocking your throat chakra? Oh, you know what? I'm going to go grab the cards that go with that because I actually just grabbed them out of my RV. I've been staying with a friend the last couple weeks, pretty much since right after my birthday, like a week or so, maybe 2 weeks after my birthday, I've been staying with a friend. And so I just grabbed a bunch of extra stuff for my RV yesterday because right now it's like 130 degrees in my RV on a regular basis. And I am so glad that we are not doing that again this year. We did that last year. And yeah, I'm very grateful to have the space that I have to work in right this moment. Although everything's a little unorganized. Which is somewhat unhelpful. Okay. I was wanting to pull these out anyway, and I almost forgot. And so, thanks for the reminder. What is blocking your throat chakra? Happiness and optimism. Faith and trust. Feeling like what you put out there is not going to be accepted well is definitely some of the stuff I'm feeling there. What you want wants you. Raise your vibration so you know that this is true. And that doesn't necessarily mean the specific circumstance, but what you want deep down at your core wants you too. And when you are authentically you, you are giving that room to grow. You are giving that room to come in. When you're expressing yourself fully, truthfully, then you have to let go of whether or not people are going to accept you. Because not everybody is, and that's okay. It's okay that this person doesn't like what you have to say. That's fine. But this person knows your truth, and you guys can either be okay with not agreeing with each other, agree to disagree type of thing. Or you also start calling in people who do believe in those similar things because you're willing to voice them now instead of holding them back. Feel like you have everything that you need within yourself and trust in the universe to provide the rest. Happiness is found within. Happiness and optimism. Yes, and hope. Happiness is found within. Take action to find what brings you inner peace. Smell the roses, your solar plexus chakra. That was exactly what I was getting. Solar plexus and sacral chakra is definitely something that may be blocking you a bit because you're not feeling optimistic, you're not feeling hopeful, you're not just enjoying yourself and having fun and living in the moment. You're not doing what you want to do on a regular basis because you're feeling ashamed of it or feeling like it's not okay or it's not right to want these things and to do these things. And honestly, it is perfectly natural to do the things that you want to do. Yes, and also holding back your emotions because of worry or fear or anxiety. Emotional mastery and stability. Overcoming past pains to keep balance in emotional times. A man who knows what he wants emotionally. Rare find, mature love, emotional commitment and emotional strength. Calm, sweet, caring, dreamy, loving, caring, completion, strong, stable foundation. So, believing that you are those things, believing that you don't need anyone from the outside to validate who you are because you are fucking amazing, and allowing yourself to just live in your truth of who that is. That is what will help you to be able to express yourself more fully. Hi, Mara thinking. You're welcome, Elevation. Mara thinking, how does V feel about you? Ground yourself. Know that you are safe in being your true self. Root chakra. Be proud of who you are. So, ground yourself. Stop allowing this person to carry you off into Thoughtsville and to get you all wound up inside your mind. Work on your root chakra. Be proud of who you are, where you come from, what exists within you. Opening up to the possibilities, choosing what to accept, stability of heart and emotions gained, cutting out the BS and the mental chatter in favor of your intuition, grounded, strong, stable foundation, wishes granted through hard work for emotional stability. So working on emotional stability is going to be very important for you. Working on not allowing your mind to run away with you. When you start to get into a rabbit hole of thinking, oh my God, what is he thinking about this or that last conversation that we had? Oh, did I have to say that? It's time to, no, I don't need to be thinking about this. We had a good time while I was there and we did what we were feeling like doing and everything is just fine. And I'm going to work on what I need to be working on right now so that when we come back together, I can be feeling good about the time that we're spending together because I got everything done that I needed to do in my own life. And let's see how he feels about you. You may feel like you're a little hot and cold, in and out, unsure of what you want. May also really admire the spiritual work that you do. Definitely finds you to be somebody very magical, very different from everyone else, very non-judgmental, very open-minded, very forgiving, and pure intentions. Definitely feels like you have very pure intentions, but that you may be a little bit unsure of what you want or how to go about getting it. Feels like you're a very honest person, a no bullshit type of person, somebody who speaks your mind. And you're definitely somebody who is willing to cut things off when it's necessary, but you cut things off from a place of forgiveness and taking the high road. You're not somebody who is going to lash out in revenge because you are feeling some sort of conceived betrayal. Definitely a good thing to have somebody thinking about you, that you're very honest, that you're very open-minded. Somebody that they could trust. You're welcome, Elise. Thank you as well. I have no idea how to say the Chinese print that is your name, but yes, you can ask a question, add it to the list, although there's only about a half an hour. Actually, that would be going over. Technically, I ended at an hour and a half usually, but I'm going to go ahead and go for a bit longer today. I'm getting close to the end of this though, so at this point you probably won't get your question in before I'm done, and you can always come back next month, first week of the month, or every Thursday I do $10 questions, or you can find my price list in the description box below. And once again, if anybody wants to be able to donate, you can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list down there as well. Thank you guys for that ahead of time. Jasmine. Will Edgar eventually become my boyfriend? Will he commit? He's a Gemini and I'm a Libra. Thank you. Beautiful blessings. Thank you very much, beautiful. And may you always be blessed by the divine beings as well. So, Jasmine, will Edgar eventually become your boyfriend? I'm going to do all the ones that are left on here right now. Or if any come up before this question is finished, I will do those ones as well. And then I'm going to be done for the day. So, let's see. Will Edgar eventually become your boyfriend? Will he commit? Co-create your destiny. Ask and have faith, but put in the work too. So, ask and have faith, but put in the work. What work could you be putting in towards making this a reality? Becoming more friends, becoming more acquainted. The best thing that you want in a relationship, the best basis and foundation to build it on is a strong friendship. So, being able to be a friend first and worrying about the relationship, not at all. Just allowing things to unfold naturally. Transformation occurring, releasing the past need to hide self and self-esteem issues. Magical changes, fighting to set boundaries. Speaking the truth of what you are, who you are, and what your desires are, and finding the balance within. So that's the other way that you can help this to become a reality, is freeing yourself of any masks, allowing any of the masks to fall away, to stop feeling like you are not good enough as you are, as a whole person, your shadow sides and your light sides, and being able to really reveal those things. Letting go of any kind of self-esteem issues that you're having, working on those things, and making yourself realize that you're beautiful exactly as you are is definitely something that's going to help in this. Prosperity. Frog, I feel like there's definitely a lot of potential in this situation, but it's all going to come down to the work that you put in is the work that will come back out from it. I feel like this person's very reciprocal in that too. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune that awaits you. And also, when you're feeling like things aren't being reciprocated, being able to state that as well, being able to let people know, hey, I show that I care in this way. It would be awesome if you could show that you cared in the same way. No big deal if you don't. I mean, I could just be gone. I mean, Queen of Swords, exactly. Being able to stand your ground, being able to have those firm boundaries, being able to state things in a very honest and authentic way, and really being able to hold your own, being able to know that you are fucking amazing, beautiful, and wonderful on your own, and you don't need anybody outside of yourself, but you do want this connection. So being able to really respect yourself, love yourself, by being honest about this is bothering me, and I feel like that was completely disrespectful towards me, and I would appreciate it if you didn't do that again. And being able to do that with confidence. You're welcome, Mo. You're welcome, Benita. Dealing with it alone is so hard to do, but you know what? Stronger on Your Own by Disturbed. Go listen to that song. So if you made it through this all and still you find yourself alone, then you will start to realize that you are stronger on your own. Because you don't have so many other things you're worried about. Thank you, Chris. I will definitely remember to post that later. Shining Star Melody. So career and finances, are things going to be getting better for you soon? We have the oyster. If you want to come out of your shell, they will. They will definitely become better the moment you start to see the beauty, wisdom, and amazing fucking things that have come from the hardship you've faced in your life, and you start to allow everyone else to see those things too without feeling vulnerable or weak or like it's letting people in on too much in your life. Once you stop having to be so private about everything, you are definitely going to be creating a lot of abundance in your life. Definitely a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of fun, play. You know what? Enjoy the fun and play that's going on in your life right now because it's going to increase that a lot. Look at things from a higher perspective. The freedom that you have at this moment, you could be putting to use in so many ways, and you may not be using it. Everything may not be so busy right now, but that could change in a heartbeat, and then you'll regret all the time that was wasted over worrying. So try not to worry and just allow things to unfold the way that they're going to unfold. Swan, grace, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and your light. Help me to transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So allowing things to not ruffle your feathers so much, just being able to glide through with that confidence, that dignity, that integrity, really being able to remain on the up and up regardless of the troubles that you're having is also going to be coming back into you as well. Lizard, regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt to it. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. So anything that you feel like you have lost is definitely going to be being replaced in your life in the near future. And you're really going to be feeling very positive about things as well. That hate in your heart is overflowing onto everyone around you. Love yourself more so that you don't hate all the pieces of you that you meet or what you are repressing. It's time to face that mirror and to really see it. We all have shadows. Let go of the shadows left by others. No more fear, no more worry, no more hate. So, I really do feel like things are definitely going to be getting better for you soon, but it is a choice that you're going to have to make to be able to let go of the baggage that is weighing you down and poisoning your heart, mind, and soul, and to allow in a more fun, lighthearted, joyful energy, and to recognize and appreciate the intelligence that you have within you, and that it came from a very bad place. But that bad place is something to be grateful for because without it, you would not be who you are today. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Jasmine. I really feel like you guys are going to do very good together. You're welcome, Solo. Okay. So, yes, and that hate is at least as much poison as hating others is, hating yourself, Shining Star. So, removing that burden from your back that is eating at you and causing you to behave towards others in a very it really I'm dealing with somebody right now that has a lot of self-hate and he has thrown it up all over me quite a few times. And I always remind him, hey, wait a second, are you upset with me or yourself right now? You might want to look at that and really rephrase what you have going on. You're very welcome, beautiful. And this is the last question I will be answering. I'm glad you've been doing a lot of self-love and work on yourself as well, Jasmine. That is very good for you and it will change your life dramatically. So, last question. Nutan Yadav. Does Avinash truly love you and want to talk to you? Wow. Fucking boundaries. You have set boundaries and you're worried about the outcome of these boundaries that you have put into place. You have really learned and you've become very effective at putting these boundaries into place. And I feel like you put them into place in a very peaceful way. But you're like, nope, I'm sorry, this doesn't work for me. And I feel like this person really does feel a very strong friendship with you. They definitely love talking to you. They love looking in your eyes. They may even really want to ask you out on a date or do something together that's more intimate and allows you to build a connection stronger. Keenly focused on the truth, intelligent, articulate, honest, trustworthy. Definitely just feels like you are somebody that they can talk to, somebody that's on the same wavelength, somebody that is actually intelligent, somebody that actually has a brain, somebody that's honest, trustworthy, somebody that they can really deal with in a very good way. Definitely wants to talk to you because this is the Ace of Swords as well. Sudden awareness of messages of truth to come, alignment with truth, awakening, focused on taking action, understanding dawns. Everything happens for a reason, focusing with clarity. So this person is realizing right now that their respect just went up for you 10 notches because you weren't willing to take their shit. And they're like, wow, that actually feels really good having somebody not be willing to do whatever I want them to get me to stick around. I really enjoy this. This is a nice situation. This is a friendship and something that could actually be built into something more. And she's definitely very honest. And I really love being around her because that honesty, even if sometimes it hurts, it is so much better than any sugar-coated, candy-coated bullshit that anybody could shove down your throat. This person is really enjoying you as a person. Let's see what else there is. Unlocked doors. Open up to the new. No more time to feel so blue. Blue is not your color. Great song. Go listen to it. Change the music that you feel. It's time now to let go and heal. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. Crazy times lie ahead. No more time to lie in bed. Get up, get dressed, get outside. So many tears that you have cried. You're ready for something. The rest is really up to you. Take the road of far too few. You can bring yourself back out. I don't have any doubt. Pills and potions ain't the way. Natural herbs meditate and pray. Sunshine daisies dance in the rain. Only this will soothe your pain. New doors will be unlocked once your heart is no longer blocked. So, there is definitely some beautiful new doors standing open right in front of you. And I feel like it's time to get out and have fun and make it look like you're the happiest person on earth. Be the happiest person on earth. Don't just make it look that way. Get out and have some fun. Have a little carefree time. Time away from your worries, time away from being focused on this, and just enjoy yourself and see that there is so much in this world besides just this one person. And as you do that, this one person is going to be seeing you as fucking amazing because nobody wants a ball and chain. And if it feels like this person would not be able to survive if you weren't around, it feels like a ball and chain. And maybe you even spoke that to this person. So that is what I have for that message. And this was our free question reading today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And to anybody who donates today, thank you so much for that. You can find my Cash App, PayPal, and Amazon wish list all in the description box below. Thank you guys for that. And I really hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.